welcome to my channel. My name is Philadelphia, and today I'm going to review a classic, Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone. This is my first time reading Harry Potter, so I know I'm about 20 years late to the party here, but you know what? I thought now is the time, so I'm not even sure if I need to do a summary or even a review for that matter, because it has 7 million reviews on Goodreads, so about everyone except for me has read this book. So just to start off here, this book is about a boy named Harry Potter, and he lives with his aunt and uncle because his mom and dad died when he was a baby. And right before he turns 11, he starts getting these letters, and he's not allowed to read them, and then he gets this visitor who lets him know his true past and the fact that he's actually a wizard, and he's invited to go to a finishing school for wizards and get out of his aunt and uncle's house because they're quite frankly terrible people. And so he goes off to this finishing school where he finally finds a place where he belongs. You get to follow him on all his adventures. It is a fantasy story. It has everything under the sun, and you know this probably because you've seen at least the movie, which is where I fall in the category of. And it's a real shame because I was at the age where I was also probably 11 when the movie came out. So I would have been right there in the perfect age demographic to really be completely immersed into this, but I missed the mark. I would have to say my most surprising thing is discovering through reading this is that the book's only about 300 pages, because when I remember looking at that book in the library when I was in elementary school, it looked massive. So I'm not quite sure what's going on there. I don't know if the book has just really large font, but it's only 300 pages, so it really intimidated me as a child, so I never picked it up. But really, it's not that big. In my last review, I reviewed a fantasy book, and I discussed how I was disappointed that if you're going to write in the genre of fantasy, don't cut yourself short because you have such a long runway, because anything is possible. And I think that's what Harry Potter does well, is it creates this magical world, and anything is possible in this book. And that's what's the most interesting thing here, is that it has a little bit of everything, and it's stuff that doesn't get repeated much over. She really creates like new stuff in the genre, which is why I think this book is really well written, is because it offers something new. Now I do realize that when I say offer something new, that was 20 years ago, because this book's probably 20 years old, so I still found it refreshing. The only thing I didn't really care for in the book was the aunt and uncle. I think they're just the most terrible characters. Do people even really act that way towards a child? I'm sure they do, but it would just be so much work to be that hateful. So in the beginning of the book, I did have a hard time kind of getting immersed into it, just because I was like, these people are terrible. But you know, it only lasts like a couple chapters, and I don't think it really ruined the book. I just thought they were terrible characters, and you're not supposed to like them, but I just thought they weren't even realistic because they were so cruel. But there's probably people like that. I don't know. The only other character now I know that he's in more of the books, but the only character I didn't care for in this book was Hagrid, because I felt like he was just irresponsible, and I didn't like how he didn't own up to the dragon situation, and I thought that he should have been the one to return the dragon and not Harry and Hermione, because it was his problems. And I know Harry Potter is a meddler and really puts his nose in other people's business and offers the help, but Hagrid's an adult, and he should have taken responsibility, especially if he found out that the two of them got in trouble. But I don't hold that against the book. I just hold that against the character. The only thing that I could remember that was drastically different from the book to the movie was Hermione's character. Or is it Hermione? Hermione's character. I don't know if I'm putting like a weird dialect on that. Anyway, she's way more bossy in the book in the beginning half, but she's not like really that great of friends with Ron and Harry Potter. But in the movie, I felt like that was slightly different, and she was more in the friend group earlier on. And the only thing that was left kind of I didn't really understand was with the Sorcerer's Stone at the end when Harry's like, what happened to it? And Dumbledore's like, oh, it's been destroyed. Could he have not have destroyed it from the beginning so they didn't have to do all of these crazy spells and put everyone at risk? If it wasn't that valuable then why didn't they just destroy it to begin with instead of doing all of those things and then end up destroying it anyway? But yes, I am very excited to continue reading this series, and I hope that the other books are just as good as this one, and I'm finally part of it. I need to figure out I need to do one of those tests on like BuzzFeeds or something to figure out what house I am. So yes, I give this book 5 stars. I think it's a great book for a broad range of ages. I'm 26 and I'm just now reading it, and I really enjoyed it, and I'm just more mad at myself for not reading it when I was like 11. Thank you so much for watching. I am currently reading The Woman in the Window still, and I just got my book club pick, and it's The Vanishing Half, I think is the name of that one. So I haven't started that one yet, but I will be here soon, and I look forward to the next time we meet up. Thank you so much. Remember to let me know your thoughts down below and like the video, and remember to subscribe and follow me on Instagram and Goodreads. My handle is Philly Hewitt, and I'll put that down below. I hope you have a wonderful day. Bye.